Hey loves, this is Tamara. I know I haven't been here in a while. It's been about a year since we've been dealing with this pandemic. Started off with the death of Kobe and then learning how to regulate ourselves with this COVID. I had COVID. I had to go through that and you know, just knowing that you got a second shot of life is such a blessing. And I just wanted to say that, dealing with interpersonal relationships, we was going through stuff before we even had to deal with this pandemic. People was going through stress, work, all this stuff with families. But now we on a much higher level of dealing with surviving in survival mode and adjusting and communicating in different ways. Now we're on Zoom, we're using social media a lot more. And that's one thing since we're not able to really be in each other's presence like we used to be, texting, a lot of things can be miscommunicated because you don't hear the tone in a text. So it's so much better to just call people and keep those open lines of communication going in your relationships, because that's all we have now. And it's already so hard for our families and our friends. You don't want to miss something or digest something that might not have been interpreted the way that you perceived it. We all have our own mindset. And so you don't know somebody else's mindset. You think because the terminology might come out the way that you perceived it, but in all actuality, that's not how it was implied. So we have to remember to check ourselves, to check our mindset, and just pray about it and know that the intentions of people, sometimes the tonality, however you say it, may not be the way that you imply it, just in case you come across a discrepancy or a disagreement. Because in texting is the worst, because you just don't know how people perceive things, because everybody's mindset is not an abundant mindset. If people are coming from a negative place, if they haven't been practiced or learned how to overcome things with positivity, and they're always stuck in a negative mindset, they're going to interpret everything. They're going to go negative first, and then they're going to think about the positive, especially if the people around them who they're getting advice from are negative too. So I'm just saying to you, live in abundance, think positive before you go to negative. And it might be hard, but sometimes you have to learn how to retrain your brain and your mindset and the best ways to think, because you can always talk yourself out of a blessing because of your mindset. So, that's just because I care. I have to self-check myself because I've been through a whole lot. I've done a lot. I've got a lot of good, and I've done some bad as well. And, I'm not perfect. I'm human, but I'm learning and I'm growing. And that's the best part of it. As long as you grow through it, God will take you where you don't ever think you will go, because you've grown through some things and you learn from your mistakes. And so with that being said, I just want you to know about your mindset. God said, as long as you ask, you will receive. You're a spirit of the Lord. You're supposed to get whatever. You're a duplicate of Him. So whatever you ask for, you have to live in abundance. You have to know that is there for you. Anything that you want, you can have. We have spirit dollars around us. God said you can have it. So have it. Believe it and you will receive it. And you have to think like that. And you have to walk like that and talk like that. And once you start walking and talking like that, people with a negative mindset might look at you and say, oh, well, they think they all that. No, they got to start thinking they all that. And then we all lift each other up. We have to walk in abundance, live in abundance, be positive, have positive energy, and also do self-check, self-awareness, okay? So I'm just tapping in because I did a devotional this morning, and you might want to read about it. Let me go in my journal. It is, let's see, Philippians 2, 5 through 11. So if you want to read that, read that. Something that you could read. You know, it's about exalting yourself, being prideful, the mindset, and humility. So read that, Philippians 2, 5 through 11. It might be something for you to just take away and just marinate on, and how you act with yourself and others around you. Your interpersonal relationships, whether it be family, friends, coworkers, whoever. In this pandemic, we have to distance ourselves physically because of the COVID, of course, but with your communication, we have to talk more, because that's all we have is communication. And these devices that we're using, sometimes it may come across wrong. So I always implore you to pick up the phone. That way people can really hear your tone and hear your spirit, okay? So thank you for this time. This is Sunshine. Got to start my day. Y'all have a blessed one. Bye-bye.